This is the measurement progress check, page 2. So our knowledge question number 2 says calculate the area of the shaded region in each of the following figures. So if I take a look at our first picture here, I have a large circle with 2 smaller circles inside. The radius of the smaller circle is 4.8 centimeters. That means that the diameter of the circle would be 4.8 times 2, which is 9.6. Which means that the radius of the larger circle is going to be 9.6. So I'm going to find the area of the large circle and then the area of the smaller circle. I'm assuming these are the same. And then we're going to subtract 2 of the small circles from the large circle. So I'm going to do the large one first. The area of a circle is pi r squared. So the radius of the large circle we said was 9.6. I'm going to multiply that by itself to square it. So pi times 9.6 times 9.6 is approximately 289 I have 5.2, the next one's a 9, so it's going to push that up to 5.3. So 289.53. And that is centimeters, and squared because it's area. And then I'm going to do the small circle. So that is also pi r squared. The radius of this one is 4.8. And I'm going to multiply that by itself to square it. So pi times 4.8 times 4.8 is 72.38. The next digit is a 2, so that's going to stay 72.38. To get the area of that combined shape, I need to take the large circle and subtract 2 small circles. So I'm going to do 289.53 take away 2 times 72.38. You could also subtract 72.38 minus 72.38. You could do it twice. So 2 times 72.38 is 144.76. And if I do 289.53 take away 144.76, I get 144.77. So it is approximately 144.77 centimeters squared. The second question that's here is also a composite shape, although if I turn it on its side, I believe that this is a trapezoid. So we might be able to do this as a trapezoid. So if I try to follow the formula for a trapezoid, it is a plus b times h divided by 2. A and b are your 2 parallel evenly spaced sides. So this would be a and this would be b. The height and the base meet at 90 degrees, which would be here. So this is my h. And then divided by 2. So I realize I've lettered them sideways, but we're going to make that work. So when I go to do this, I know that area is a plus b times h divided by 2. My side A is 10 and B is 18, but I don't know what h is. We're going to have to come back to that. And then this is divided by 2. So if I take a look at the picture, I do see that if I redraw the height here, it makes a right angle triangle with that slanted side right there. So I notice that this whole side is 18. This portion here is 10. So if I do 18 minus 10, it should give me that part right there. So if I do 18 minus 10, I get 8 meters. So this is 8 right there. And then this, I can use Pythagorean theorem to help me figure out. So hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. That's my C. And then I'm going to call this A and this B, which is a little confusing with the formula, but that's why I circled them. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared is 8, so 8 squared plus B squared equals 17 squared. 8 times 8 is 64. I don't know what B squared is. And 17 squared, I think, is 190. No, it's 289, maybe. So 17 times 17 is 289. I noticed that I want to solve for B, so I'm going to subtract 64 from each side. So I get B squared equals 289 minus 64 is 225. And then the opposite of a square is a square root. So I square root 225 to get 15. That means this side here is 15 meters, so the height is 15 meters. So now all I need to do is finish up that area calculation. So I'm going to do 10 plus 18 is 28. That's still times 15 divided by 2. I'm going to let my calculator do that for me. So 28 times 15 divided by 2 is 210 centimeters. Nope, just meters. And squared because it's area. Our last question on this page says, Kenny can choose one of the following slices of pizza. Which one has the largest area? Justify your answer. So what we want to do is calculate the area of each of these slices of pizza. So if I take a look at my first one, this is pizza A, and it is cut into 1, 2, 3, 4 slices. So I'm going to start by finding the area of just this, and then we're going to cut it into 4 slices. So this piece of pizza here is half of a circle. So area of a circle is pi r squared, and because it's only half, we are going to divide that by 2. So if I take a look, all the way across, the diameter is 18. So just this part here would be my radius. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I'm going to do pi times 9 squared, so 9 times 9, and then divided by 2. So pi times 9 divided by 2 is 127.23 centimeters squared. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the area of the next one. So this one is only a quarter of a circle, so we're still going to use pi r squared, but we're not dividing by 2, we're dividing by 4 because this is a quarter of a full circle. So this one has a radius of 13. So I'm doing pi times 13 divided by 4. So pi times 13 divided by 4 is 132.722, or just 73. So that is 132.73 centimeters squared. All right, pizza slice C. we have a triangle, and it's actually on its side. So if I take a look at the triangle, this would be the base, and this would be the height. So the formula for the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the base is 12, the height is 20, and then divided by 2. So 12 times 20, and then divided by 2 is 120 centimeters squared. And then our last one is a square, which is just a type of rectangle. The area of a rectangular, just a rectangle, is length times width. So one of these is the length, one of these is the width. So 11 times 11, I know, is 121 centimeters squared. Now, in the question, if these are the individual slices of pizza, then those are my areas. I do notice these line marks, and I'm wondering now if I should have cut this into 4 pieces and then cut this into 2 pieces and then cut this into 9 pieces. But I think for now I'm just going to leave it as the area of these shapes. Which one has the largest area? That would be this one right here. So I'm going to say therefore pizza B has the largest